Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? About to get in the fight. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It is a day of another day. Of another day that we call Sunday. Anyway, that being said, what's going on, people? Oh, it's been a very exhausting Sunday. Mentally exhausting, really. You know, it's been, oof. I come here with a history story in reference to Emmett Till's life. Now, he was 14 years old when he was murdered, brutally murdered. And the thing about it is that I want to talk to you about this because I was just going to put it out without me in the video, but the thing is that when I was doing the video and stuff, I didn't know that I was going to come across a lot of information that I received, you know, in reference to his life, you know, what he went through. I don't know what he went through, but, you know, he was brutally murdered because he allegedly whistled at a white woman, and come to find out years later, so 62 years later, she decided to come forth and say that it didn't happen, that she was afraid of her husband and she didn't want to let anyone know what had happened because she was afraid of him. Now, the thing about it is that she remarried. Now, once she remarried, she still was it, I think she's 82 years old. But now she remarried and everything, and, you know, first husband died. The reason why she's coming forth is because, I'm going to let you find out. Check this out. Okay, this takes place in Mississippi. On August the 20th, 1955, Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black youth from Chicago, arrived in Money, Mississippi by train along with his cousin, who was 16 years old, Willard Parker Jr. They had accompanied Till's uncle, great uncle, and Parker's grandfather, Moses Wright, who was returning home to the Mississippi Delta after a brief trip up north. Now, 4 days later, Emmett, several cousins, and a few neighbor kids drove into town to the Bryant grocery and meat market, where 21 years old Carolyn Bryant was working behind the counter. Now, Till entered the store and purchased bubblegum. When he left, Carol followed him out the door. A neighbor unfamiliar with Salvanor's expertise, he then waved, said goodbye, not goodbye, ma'am, and according to family members, directed a swift whistle at the white woman. She became upset, went towards a car to get a gun, according to the trial testimony. Till and his frightened companions got into their own car and speed towards home. Now, 3 days later, at 2 a.m. in the morning, the woman's husband, Roy Bryant, and a half-brother, J.W. Million, forced his way into Wright's home, grabbed Till out of the bed at gunpoint, and took him away. 3 days later, Till, beaten, swelled, and decomposed body surfaced in the Talachiki River and was discovered by a young fisherman. He had a big weight down on him with 75 pounds cotton grin fan. Till's shocking murder became nationwide international news after his mother insisted on an open casket funeral so the world could see what happened to her son. Photographs of Till's battered face ran in the black press. The tens of thousands of Chicago mourners filled paths with coffin over a 5-day period. Malone and Bryant were arrested just after the abduction and went on trial for murder on September the 19th, 1955, and an all-white jury acquitted them 5 days later. The Till murder remains one of the most brutal American history, and the trial verdict is considered one of the nation's greatest injustice. Which brings me to the story of today, 1/28/2017, 60 years after Emmett Till's murder, the white woman who lied finally admits the truth. She said that Bryant, now 82, has kept silence for 6 decades, and her whereabouts have been kept secret by her family. The new book author said that the case went a long way in ruining her life. She could never escape its notoriety. During her interview in 2007, Tyson said it was evidence that the times has changed. Bryant then called Carol Bryant Nauman, having remarried regarding her statement that Emmett grabbed a verbal abuse her. She simply said that's not true. Tyson told Jeff she claims she doesn't remember anything else about the evening. She said that she was glad things had changed and she thought that the old version of the white supremacy was wrong. Thought that she had more of less taken as normal at the time. Carol told him nothing Emmett could have done would have justified, and she feels tender stars for his mother, known as Emmett Till, who campaigned for civil rights and entire life until she died in 2003. Now, Emmett's death, his mother insisted that the funeral be an open cast so the world could see in the image, but Bryant said that losing her son helped her understand, sympathize with the grief of Emmett's mother. Unbelievable. But Till's surviving family reacted to it differently and stuff. And, she said that she was a coward and how dare you compromise losing your son. Compare losing your son. There is no comparison to losing your son. And that's the reason why she came forward, because now she understands what it's like to lose a son. Because once she lost her son, she understood how Emmett Till mother felt, so that's why she came clean about it. I guess to get the guilt off of her. But the family is upset because they said the author waited 10 years before Brian confessing to become public in a book in the blood of Emmett Till by Duke University professional Timothy Tyson. And they feel as though they hope nobody even buy the book. They say because they feel as though he said on information he could have been told about it, and the horror unfolded that night, and he didn't even say anything. So and the thing about it is that the woman is still living. So how are we going to justify what happened to him in 2017 for getting someone killed? How do we justify this the right way? Okay, you see that? Because her son died and she understood what Emmett Till's mother, Mamie, was going through after her son died. So she said she didn't think it was right for her son to be basically bruised up like he was and stuff, and she felt kind of bad for that happening. This is one of those videos where you can't really say what you want to say, because it's like you're so angry. Yeah, the family, his mother didn't even, she could have waited before, her mother. Well, she could have told the truth back then, but and the thing about it is that she waited all this time. Now, people have said, even with the writer, because they sat on the third for 10 years, and he didn't say, and basically Tyson was just talking about, basically it seems like as far as sales, probably because he wanted to get his book published, and like the family said, there was nobody buy the book. Now, the thing that gets me is, what are we going to do about this, that we know that this child died for no reason now, or 14 years old, and they let them get off for free? Same thing we're going through like before, we're going through it again now. Wow, it was overwhelming for me. It was so overwhelming because, his mother died, and she fought for her son. He died, He didn't even do nothing wrong. He was tortured, he was bruised, he was thrown in the river. The wife sit there and knew she got alive, but she didn't say anything. Sat there, watched this boy be brutally murdered. And she said they kept her hiding and stuff because they didn't want, everywhere she kept going, she kept hearing about it and stuff, so they hid her away. Unbelievable. 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 I have no words. I have no words. I have no words. Because due to the judicial system, it's too late to retrial her and stuff like that, and it's just so wrong for that baby to be suffered away like that. Anyway, I just wanted to share it with you because I could not believe all this time. I think justice should be due. Basically take a picture of Emmett Till, and do the same thing to her. Let her see what it really feels like, and make sure she don't die, so she can wake up every morning and look at her face and see what happened to her. And I'll be honest with you, she don't feel sorry for it. She don't. The only reason, if her son never died, she could care less. She could care less, and that's just my opinion. I don't care what nobody says. If her son didn't die and she didn't know what it's like to lose a baby, she could care less. She just as bad as her husband. Anyway, I just want to share with you, and I'm just mentally exhausted, The sad part about it is, look like we're living it once again and stuff, and anyway. I just want to share it with you as far as Black History Month. It's February, and I want to share this there with you as far as me coming into the forefront, talking to you about this man, this baby, 14 years old, a baby, died for no reason at all. Anyway, I just want to share with you, let you know that I love you, and I want to thank you for watching. Get 3.